All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I've got something spectacular with me. This is the Shirogorov F95 and Nudist. And as usual, we're going to analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But first of all, let's just do a quick size comparison. Let's do up against a couple of Russian guys. This is the Svarn 3 from Kultrotech, and this is another big boy. It's the Custom Knife Factory Snafu 2.0 designed by Peter Rassenti. And this is up against, his brother. This is the Hati, also from Shirogorov. And let's do also some more popular, cheaper options. This is the Benchmade 940-1. And let's do the Para 3 from Spyderco. And the Paramilitary 2 also from Spyderco. So as you can see, it's not a small guy, but a comparable handle size, a little bit longer than the Para 2, but cutting edge, much longer. So let's check out the look of this guy, because this is just a phenomenal knife. It's an original design by Sergei Shirogorov, made in Russia. And these lines are just, they became a classic in the industry, because I think this is definitely like an instantly recognizable knife, because of the bear, because of the screws and the shape. I mean, this is of course like a Shiro. So I love this guy. I honestly think that Shirogorov is sprinkling something addictive into the titanium, because guys, this is insane. You try one and you want more. I don't know what is going on, but it's just beautiful. So this is an overall gray knife. I mean, it's just titanium and M390, so it's just pure gray, and this is the Nudist. So it's very minimal. There is nothing superfluous going on. It's stripped down to the essential things needed in a knife, and this is why I love this guy. This is an overall 8.75 inch blade when open, with a 3.75 inch blade. So the handle is going to be 5 inches in the closed position. It's a titanium frame lock, okay, and the scales have been lightly stonewashed. They use the fine medium to create this gorgeous and subtle feel to the scales, which I really appreciate. There is no skeletonization in this scale, so the internals are not milled out. So this is going to reflect into a little bit higher weight than usual, but who cares? I mean, when you have this knife, like, so cool, I mean, who cares about 30 grams or an ounce? Whatever. It's just beautiful. So, like, for example, check out the flipper tab. This is just fantastic. This is how you design a flipper tab. Very small, with nice jimping going on. This angle goes down, rounded off, chamfered to the side. I mean, this is the perfect flipper tab for me. I love it. Also, what I love is this groove over here. It's perfect for the finger, and it's gonna create this classic line like this, which is typical of Shirogorov knives. So very, very nice. What is also astounding, absolutely, is the level of chamfering going on. Check out the radius they applied to this edge over here, and right over here stops to to become more like a flat classic chamfering up to here, where then transforms back into this beautiful radius going up to here and back. I mean, guys, come on, this is just fantastic. This is going to translate into superior ergo, and I'm truly a fan of this one. Of course, there's some inner chamfering going on, because they didn't leave any detail left out. This is pretty simple construction knife. Is basically 2 screws, 1 standoff, pivot, blade, bearings, clip, done. There's the lanyard hole. It's just over here on the presentation scale, like milled out and chamfered to allocate a lanyard if you wish. You have a very nicely designed lock release relief over here, so you can jam your thumb like that, and this area milled out, it's gonna give you enough space for your thumb to push down the lock bar like beautifully. There is like a nice stainless steel lock face insert to eliminate lock stick, and which has like a lock bar stabilizer built in, so you're not gonna be able to overextend the lock bar into this direction. It's very, very nicely designed. Also, what I appreciate is the internal lock bar relief cut, which is not detracting anything to the design. So it's gonna leave clean lines on the lock face, on the lock side, just for you to enjoy this pretty pure and classic design. So beautiful. You have these screws are like the classic Shirogorov screws. Like they look like a pretty fat flathead screwdriver, but yeah, you can use a coin. Like I suggest, like some nickel copper coin, like softer than the titanium, so you're not gonna be risking to mangle these screws. Or if you want to spend a little bit more, like maybe $50, you can get the tool to unscrew with in 100% safety the proprietary screws. The pivot is not captive, so it's not it's free spinning, so it's not keyed in, but it's not a big deal. This is flat. You just push it here and you're gonna be able to disassemble this guy in a blink of an eye, because it's very, very straightforward. The only thing is that this guy is running on uncaged bearings. I mean, there's a cage, but the cage is not holding the bearings together, so just be mindful. Do this in a tub or in a proper like disassembling mat in order not to lose any of those beautiful bearings. Also, like if you check out the pocket clip, this is phenomenal. This is a design that I love, like the angle of it's very acute right over here, so this is gonna slide in your pocket like beautifully, and there's enough clip ramp, enough right tension. It's a beautifully sculpted 3D titanium pocket clip. It's I think it's a work of art. I truly enjoy this one. It's tip up only, right over here. It's not reversible. You cannot mount it on this side. Therefore, this knife, it's not going to be ambidextrous. So the length of the blade is 3.75 inches long, and it's in this case M390 steel with a beautiful sandblast finish, guys. This is phenomenal. It's matte. It's badass. I love this. This look over here. This is a nice, drop point going on. The thickness, I think it's 4 millimeter thick, the stock, and goes down to a very strong tip, but also at the same time it's going to be quite fine right to the end. And this is sporting like a full flat grind. Look at this, just going up to the spine in a beautiful way, absolutely symmetrical for the grind, the edge. It's, guys, I'm in love. I have to admit that. The edge profile, it's classic Shiro, like belly up to here and then straight up to the sharpening choil, and you have this beautiful, like unmistakable plunge grind in a triangular shape, which is gonna give a nice contrast, nice reflectivity right before the ricasso hidden in this pretty awesome scale, if you ask me. Also, you have, there's no finger choil, of course. This is too narrow, but you have, this nice jimping over here, which is gonna serve also like as a little bit of a finger guard to protect, your hand from sliding down. There's not really like a thumb ramp. There's no jimping going on because this is the Nudist configuration. The spine is nicely chamfered. It's not really crowned, but beautiful chamfering, so no sharp edges. And I truly appreciate the fact that they engraved the Bear logo right over here instead of on this place, for example, as they do in the Hati. So I appreciate that. They only just wrote M390 right over here, which, okay, I accept that. This also, is worth to mention, like the sound this guy makes, because like, hear this. Oh, come on, guys. This is a piercing and resounding clank with the whoosh you know, the bearings rubbing up against the titanium and the steel. So it's a complex sound. It's a little bit loud, but it's beautiful, guys. When you close the knife, you're gonna have this very listenable and mellow thump, which is soft and also resounding. It's like echoing. I don't know how, but it's, you know, it's the tang of the blade and making contact with the stop pin like this, and it's just producing this beautiful and acute thump. I love this guy. So I was saying this is not the lightest knife ever, because it's weighing in at 4.8 ounces, because there's no skeletonization in the handle. So, you know, these are not milled out internally. So it's just a slab of titanium, which is going to be, you know, heavier than your Hattie by 1 ounce. But I was saying, you know, who cares when you have you know, such a beautiful blade with you? You're not gonna care about 30 grams. You're gonna be just happy to be packing this guy in your pocket. So this is just my 2 cents. Also, you know, titanium handles are beautifully chamfered on the edges. Like the radius going on here is just fantastic. It's perfect. Like the ergo, it's phenomenal. You know, this translates into a superior handling and you know, grip you're gonna have when squeezing these handles. There's no jimping going on the blade, so just bear that in mind. But again, who cares? This is the Nudist. It's meant to be like this, like minimalistic approach, and overall like simple construction, just pure titanium. It's great. It's just fantastic. You can also like do a reverse grip like this, and it's gonna be great because this is gonna be also serving as a guard for the reverse grip as well. And overall, you're gonna get like a beautiful feeling of solidity and robustness in your hand. This is not gonna go anywhere. Like this blade, guys, doesn't move like a millimeter. Nothing. It's just like bolted down. It's solidly built. There's I mean, also even if the texture is on the smooth side, because of course, you know, these scales are like just plain and flush and smooth and, you know, and almost soft, but because of the superior ergo, this guy feels very solid and feels like it's not gonna go anywhere, you know, when you hold it. So beautiful. Also, you know, fit and finish is fantastic. You know, there's nothing going on that it's wrong. Like everything has been, you know, calculated and thought well. I mean, if you ask me something that I would change, I would probably say, you know, this tip here, I would just extend a little bit this area here in order to cover this side. But, you know, like for example, they've done in the Cultratech, you see, it's the same mechanism. The blade has a notch for the stop pin. So you see, like this, you know, the line just follows this edge, whereas over here you have this thing, you know, just this area. So that's my only gripe on this knife, just to, you know, so you know. I said, you know, the clip is just beautiful, beautifully designed, perfect retention, perfect clip ramp. Everything is just, you know, right on. Check out the speed with which this guy deploys. It's fast. Look at this. This is a fast flipping knife, and you're gonna have no finger sore by just doing this all day long. You can choose to do like a light switch like that, or you can just do like a push button. Either way, you're gonna be fine. I mean, you can keep doing this all day long, and because this is designed so well, and you also have the you know, a nice notch, like a thumb, like a fingertip rest when you flip the you know, when you hit the flipper tab like that, so your finger is not gonna be in contact exactly with the back of the handle, just like in this area. Just beautiful. So very, very well designed. This action is so smooth, it's unbelievable. This is only single row bearing, not multi-row, but I mean, guys, this is the buttery smooth, and oh man, I just love this guy. So it's, yeah, I was saying single row bearings action, not multi-row, but I mean, it's barely noticeable. I mean, I feel some difference, but not by much. It's still like extremely smooth and pleasant to flip open. The detent strength is top notch. It's perfectly dialed in. There's not really like a kickback when you flip the knife, and you cannot, you know, touch the blade. You have just to jam your finger in like over here, but you know, you're gonna be like this, all right? And even like this, I don't feel it. So it's very nice. Of course, no rattling when you shake this blade. Everything is beautifully put together and meant to stay put. You have a pretty easy lock release over here, because this has been like milled out and chamfered and angled to the point where it's so easy for your thumb to do this movement. Of course, there's no lock stick because of the stainless steel lock face insert. There's no detent ball ramp, so you're gonna have this little hard step going on, but the blade is gonna just, you know, the moment you unlock the lock, you know, the blade just falls, and as soon as you rotate the handle, the blade will just glide smoothly in the closed position in a very unique and Shirogorov way. There's not really like much of detent suction going on, just very low. But overall, guys, the look of this guy, I think, is just phenomenal. Just because, you know, it's very simple, very minimalistic. The sound, it's very peculiar. The ergos are fantastic, and yeah, I'm in love, guys. I have to admit that. So yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.